Coconut Comes to School by Berlie, Doherty. Coconut comes to school every day. She lives at the other side of the woods in a field full of bobbing rabbits and badger tracks. She comes to school with Mrs. Pie. Hee-haw! Coconut's hooves snap twigs in the bluebell woods. The squirrels peer from the trees. In the school across the fields, the children are listening. Hee-haw! Coconut trots through the dewy wet grass. Mice shiver their whiskers. In the classroom, the children whisper, "She's coming! Coconut's coming!" Hee-haw! Coconut scrambles across the ditch. The children smile at each other. "She's coming! Coconut's coming!" Hee-haw! Coconut canters across the school meadow. Her hooves go trit-trot, trit-trot. Her ears go flip-flap, flip-flap. Her tail goes swish as she flicks at the flies. Swish, swoosh, swish, swoosh. "She's here! Coconut's here!" the children laugh. Mrs. Pie runs behind Coconut. Her face is full of smiles. She goes to the kitchen and gets down her pots and pans. Coconut puts her long nose through the classroom window. Hee-haw! Hee-haw! Her eyes are brown like chestnuts. Her hair is dark like the bark of trees, as rough as a brush to touch. Her lips go slip, slop, slap. "Hello, Coconut," all the children call. But Mr. Clapper, the teacher, shouts, "Go away, Coconut! Go back home! Donkeys can't come to school!" Coconut backs away and lowers her head. Flip-flop, her long ears flap. Swish, swoosh, her long tail swings. Mr. Clapper tries to shoo her away. "Go on! Go back home!" he shouts. But Coconut munches the grass and swings her head this way and that way. "Donkeys can't come to school," Mr. Clapper tells Mrs. Pie. "Don't bring her again." Mrs. Pie smiles in the steamy kitchen that smells of apples and jam. "The children love Coconut," she says, "and Coconut loves them." "Well, I don't love her," Mr. Clapper says. "I don't love her one bit. Coconut must go." The next day, he thinks of a plan to make Coconut go away. He comes to school with a bag of carrots tucked under one arm and a rope in his pocket. He hides them in his desk. While the children are eating their dinner, Mr. Clapper creeps over to where Coconut is munching the grass. "Here you are, Coconut," says Mr. Clapper. "Juicy carrot." Coconut sniffs at the carrot and chomps her teeth. Mr. Clapper steps back and dangles the carrot in the air. Coconut steps forward. Sniff goes her nose, chomp go her teeth. "Follow me, Coconut, follow me," says Mr. Clapper. "You can have all the carrots you want. I'll tie you to a tree in the Bluebell Woods where you can wait for Mrs. Pie to come home. What a happy donkey you'll be, watching the squirrels play and eating those carrots all day long." He holds up the carrot again. Coconut steps forward, sniff, chomp. Mr. Clapper steps back. Juicy carrot, he says. Sniff, chomp. And so they go on, over the meadow of buttercups and daisies. Mr. Clapper walks backwards. Juicy carrot. Coconut ambles after him. Sniff, chomp. But oh, the ditch! Mr. Clapper tumbles down into it. Toes over nose, the carrots fly this way and like that, like a shower of golden fish. And there he lies with his eyes closed tight. "Help!" he shouts. "Oh, my poor foot! Oh, how it hurts! Help, help!" But no one can hear him so far from the school. No one can see him tucked in the ditch like a bundle of washing. "Nobody knows where I am. No one will rescue me. I'll be here forever," he moans. And then he hears the best sound in the world. Trit-trot, chomp, sniff, chomp, swish, swoosh, flip-flop, Hee-haw, hee-haw. Something warm and wet nuzzles Mr. Clapper's ear. Something as tickly as feathers strokes his chin. Coconut, you're going to save me. Nice coconut, kind coconut. Coconut lowers her head, and Mr. Clapper heaves himself onto her back, and they trot slowly over the meadow. Mrs. Pie wraps Mr. Clapper's poor foot in bandages and gives him a cup of hot sweet tea. How clever of Coconut to find you, she says. How did she know you were there? But Coconut just nods and nuzzles the grass. The children stroke her rough brown back. You're the best donkey in the world, they say. Yes, Coconut comes to school every day. Hee-haw, hee-haw, she calls as she trots through the bluebell woods, and Mr. Clapper smiles at the children. Coconut's coming, he says.